In today's world, students face more distractions than ever. With constant notifications, social media, and multitasking becoming the norm, the ability to focus deeply has become a rare skill. But what if this skill could be the key to unlocking academic success? In this book, Deep Work by Cal Newport emphasizes the value of focused, undistracted work and how it can dramatically improve one's ability to learn and produce high-quality results. For students, mastering the art of deep work can be a game changer. Deep work refers to the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. When applied to studying, this means concentrating deeply on your subjects, understanding difficult concepts, and completing assignments with high levels of concentration. Unlike shallow work, where your mind is constantly shifting between tasks, deep work allows you to push the boundaries of your intellect and absorb information at a deeper level. For students, developing deep work habits can help master complex subjects faster, achieve better results in exams and assignments, enhance your memory retention and problem-solving abilities, reduce time by working more effectively. This summary will explore why deep work is invaluable for students, how embracing it can transform your academic life, and practical ways to implement deep work into your daily study routine. Now you guys might be thinking, why deep work is valuable for us? In a world of distractions, it's easy to mistake being busy for being productive. Many students spend hours in front of their books or laptops, but struggle to make meaningful progress. This is where deep work comes in. It's not about how long you study, but how deeply you engage with the material during that time. Now, I'm gonna share 5 main reasons that tells us why deep work is valuable for us. Number 1. Focused study leads to faster learning. When you enter a state of deep work, your brain engages at a higher cognitive level. Studies shows that focused attention helps the brain build stronger neural connections, which leads to better understanding and faster mastery of complex topics. When you study in deep work mode, you are more likely to absorb the material, understand its nuances, and retain the information for longer periods. In contrast, shallow work, where you are frequently distracted or multitasking, forces your brain to constantly switch between tasks. This split attention hampers your ability to focus deeply, making it harder to grasp complex ideas. In fact, research suggested that multitasking can reduce productivity by up to 40%, which means you are essentially working at a slower rate when you are not in deep focus. For students, this means that studying deeply for 2 hours can often produce better results than 5 hours of distracted shallow work. By cultivating deep work habits, you can study smarter, not longer. Point number 2. Deep work boosts memory retention. Memory is key when it comes to learning, and deep work can significantly enhance your ability to remember and recall information. When you focus deeply, your brain shifts information from short-term memory into long-term memory more effectively. This process, known as memory consolidation, is strengthened by uninterrupted focus. For example, if you are studying for an exam and fully concentrate on your notes, you are more likely to remember the material when you need it. Deep work allows you to make meaningful connections between concepts, which helps improve understanding and recall. In shallow work mode, you may find yourself skimming over important details or forgetting what you have read because your brain wasn't fully engaged. By eliminating distractions and giving your full attention to the material, you create the conditions for better memory retention. Point number 3. Improved problem-solving ability. Deep work doesn't just improve your ability to absorb information, it also sharpens your critical thinking and problem-solving skills. When studying in deep work mode, your brain has the time and space to fully explore problems, allowing you to think through solutions with greater clarity and creativity. Many subjects, especially in fields like mathematics, science, or engineering, require students to work through complex problems that demand focus. In deep work mode, you can immerse yourself in the process of understanding the problem, exploring different approaches, and coming up with innovative solutions. In contrast, when you are constantly distracted, it's difficult to think deeply about complex issues. Your brain doesn't have the chance to fully engage with the material, leading to shallow solutions or confusion. Point number 4. Deep work reduces procrastination. Procrastination is a common problem for students, often stemming from a fear of failure or a feeling of being overwhelmed by a task. However, when you train yourself to engage in deep work, you build the mental muscle to tackle difficult tasks head-on. Deep work encourages you to break down large, intimidating tasks into smaller, manageable chunks. Once you start focusing on one task, it becomes easier to build momentum and keep going. This structured approach not only makes study more efficient but also reduces anxiety around getting started. Additionally, when you experience the satisfaction of making progress through deep work, you are more likely to stick to your study routine, reducing the temptation to procrastinate. Point number 5. Long-term academic success. Deep work is not just a short-term solution to help you get through your next exam. It's a long-term investment in your academic and professional success. Students who consistently practice deep work develop stronger cognitive abilities which will serve them well beyond their school years. In college and the workplace, you will often be required to master new skills, solve complex problems, and produce high-quality work under pressure. The ability to focus deeply will help you excel in these environments, making you more competitive in your field. In essence, deep work gives you an edge over other students who rely on shallow work habits. By embracing deep work now, you are setting yourself up for a successful future. Now let's focus on the 4 techniques of deep work and how each of these can help students excel in their studies. Each technique allows for a different approach depending on the student's lifestyle, goals, and personal preferences. Understanding and applying these techniques can help students craft study routines that maximize focus and productivity. How the 4 techniques of deep work can help you in your studies. Author Cal Newport offers 4 distinct strategies for engaging in deep work: the monastic, the bimodal, rhythmic, and journalistic approaches. Each technique is designed to suit different personalities, schedules, and goals. Whether you are a student who prefers strict routines or someone who needs flexibility, you will find a strategy that fits your style of studying. Let's explore each of these techniques in depth and how they can help you grow academically. So the first technique is monastic approach. The monastic approach to deep work is perhaps the most extreme, but it can be highly effective for students who need long, uninterrupted periods of focused study. This approach involves eliminating all distractions and dedicating large blocks of time solely to studying or working on a specific task. The name monastic refers to the lifestyle of monks who often retreat from the world to concentrate on their spiritual practices. Similarly, this approach requires a high level of commitment to deep focus. Well, how it works? First of all, this technique allows the total elimination of distractions. In the monastic approach, students create an environment where distractions are entirely removed. This might involve studying in a quiet room, turning off phones and notifications, and isolating oneself from social interactions during study sessions. In this approach, we dedicate specific time to study. Monastic deep workers set aside entire days or large portion of the day for focused work. These periods are sacred, meaning nothing else takes priority during these times. No social media, no interruptions, and no shallow tasks like answering emails or texts. Also, who use this technique, he has the extreme focus. Students using this approach dive deeply into their subjects, allowing them to master complex topics and complete assignments at a high level of quality. This method is especially useful for preparing for major exams or working on significant projects, such as writing research papers or completing difficult problem sets. By using this technique, students can maximize focus and learning. By fully eliminating distractions, you can engage deeply with the material, which leads to faster comprehension and better retention. After that, students also ideal for big challenges. This approach is perfect when you are facing an intense academic challenge like studying for final exams, working on a thesis, or tackling a difficult subject. Last but not the least, students gets the high productivity. Because of the intense focus, you can accomplish a lot in a shorter time, leaving you with more free time for relaxation or other pursuits. Just imagine you have an upcoming math exam and you are struggling to understand complex equations. By dedicating an entire day to studying in monastic deep work mode, you could immerse yourself in problem solving, gradually mastering the formulas and concepts. Without distractions, your focus sharpens and you can finally break through the mental blocks holding you back. And the next technique that I personally use so much, and I love this one, this is the bimodal approach. The bimodal approach offers a more balanced take on deep work. In this strategy, you alternate between periods of deep work and shallow work or leisure activities. It's designed for students who want to engage deeply with their studies but also need time for other aspects of life, such as socializing, extracurricular activities, or part-time jobs. Here's how it works. In the bimodal approach, students designate specific days or parts of the day exclusively for deep work. During these times, they focus intensely on their studies, just as in the monastic approach. The difference is that these periods are shorter and interspersed with time for less demanding tasks or relaxation. Outside of deep work periods, students engage in shallow work, such as attending classes, organizing notes, or participating in group projects. They may also use the time to unwind with hobbies or socialize. The bimodal approach recognizes that students can't always be in deep work mode. By balancing deep and shallow work, This technique ensures that students don't burn out and can sustain their focus over the long term. By using this technique, the benefits that students are getting is amazing. This approach is ideal for students who have busy schedules or multiple responsibilities, such as part-time jobs or extracurricular activities. It allows you to balance deep study with other commitments. In short, this technique provides flexibility. The breaks from deep work help prevent burnout. By incorporating shallow work or leisure, you can recharge before diving back into intense focus. By using this technique, you can improve your time management and balance your professional life and personal life. You can plan your deep work sessions around your other activities, making sure you give enough time to each priority without sacrificing your studies. Just imagine you are juggling classes, a part-time job, and preparing for exams. You could dedicate your weekends or mornings to deep work sessions where you focus solely on studying. In the afternoons, you could attend your job or engage in less demanding tasks like revising notes or meeting friends. This method keeps your life balanced while ensuring that your studies get the attention they needed. And the third technique is the rhythmic approach. The rhythmic approach is the most practical technique for students who thrive on routine and consistency. This strategy involves setting aside a fixed time each day for deep work, turning it into a regular habit. It's about creating a rhythm that allows you to engage in deep focus daily without overwhelming yourself. And here's how it works. This technique allows you to build daily deep work sessions. Students commit to a daily routine where they dedicate a specific block of time to deep work. For example, you might decide to study for 2 hours every morning from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. This set schedule makes deep work a non-negotiable part of your day. Also, this technique helps you to build a habit by sticking to a regular rhythm. Deep work becomes a habit, much like brushing your teeth. Over time, this consistency trains your brain to focus deeply during these hours without much effort. But the progress is accumulative. While the individual deep work sessions may be shorter compared to the monastic approach, the cumulative effect of working deeply every day adds up to significant progress over time. Like other techniques, this technique also have benefits for students. As you all guys know that consistency leads to success. Regular deep work, even in shorter sessions, leads to long-term academic growth. It helps you to stay on top of your studies without last-minute cramming. This technique helps you to build a sustainable routine. The rhythmic approach is sustainable for students with packed schedules. You don't need to drastically change your lifestyle. Just dedicate a portion of your day to deep study. This technique also helps you in a smaller level of habit formation by focusing specifically on a single dedicated time. By making deep work a daily habit, you have strengthened your ability to focus. Over time, this increases your productivity and learning efficiency. For example, a student preparing for a competitive entrance exam might decide to study deeply every morning for 2 hours. Even if these sessions are relatively short, doing them consistently over several months can lead to a strong grasp of all the subjects without feeling the pressure of last-minute cramming. The rhythmic approach creates steady and reliable progress. And the last but not the least, the final technique is the journalistic approach. The journalistic approach is for students who have highly unpredictable schedules but still want to engage in deep work. This method involves fitting deep work into your day whenever you can, much like a journalist on a deadline finds time to write between meetings and phone calls. And here's how it works. This technique helps you to seizing opportunities for deep work. In this approach, students train themselves to quickly shift into deep work mode whenever they find gaps in their schedule. If you have a free hour between classes or a short period in the evening, you can use that time for focused study. This technique allows you to build adaptability. Since students often have busy, irregular schedules, the journalistic approach teaches you to adapt. Rather than waiting for the perfect time to study, you seize any available moment for deep work. Plus, this technique requires strong discipline. This approach can be challenging because it requires strong mental discipline. You must train yourself to dive into deep focus even in short or unexpected windows of time. However, once mastered, it can be an incredibly powerful tool, and the benefits for students are amazing. This technique fits around busy schedules. If your days are packed with classes, sports, or other activities, this method allows you to fit in deep work without needing a perfectly structured day. This technique allows flexibility without sacrificing focus. You can remain flexible with your time but still prioritize your studies. By training yourself to switch into deep work quickly, you can make the most of your schedule's unpredictability. Plus, this will help you to use your time very efficiently. With practice, even small windows of time can be productive. You won't need to wait for long stretches of uninterrupted time. allowing you to use every available opportunity. For example, a student with a packed day of classes and extracurricular activities may not have large blocks of time for deep work. However, they can use the journalistic approach to fit in deep study sessions during breaks, between classes, while commuting, or in the evenings after other responsibilities are done. Even if these sessions are only 30 minutes long, consistently using them leads to significant progress over time. After watching this video, some of you will try the techniques to improve your grades. But each of the 4 deep work techniques, monastic, bimodal, rhythmic, and journalistic, provides a unique strategy for incorporating deep focus into your academic life. The key to success is finding the approach that aligns best with your individual study habits, lifestyle, and goals. Let's recap briefly what we have learned in this video. Number 1. The monastic approach. This is perfect for students who need long, uninterrupted study sessions to conquer difficult subjects or prepare for major exams. This approach is highly focused but requires a deep commitment to eliminating distractions entirely. Number 2. The bimodal approach. Bimodal approach balances deep work with periods of shallow work or leisure, making it ideal for students who have demanding schedules but still want to engage deeply with their studies on specific days or times. Number 3. The rhythmic approach. This is the most consistent and sustainable approach, allowing students to build a daily habit of deep work by dedicating regular, shorter blocks of time to focused study. This approach helps you make steady, long-term progress without burning out. Number 4. The journalistic approach. This approach is best for students with unpredictable schedules. It requires the ability to switch into deep work mode quickly whenever a window of time becomes available, making the most of short, unexpected periods of focus. But as a student, your choice of technique depends on your goals, schedule, and ability to manage distractions. Here are a few pointers to guide you. If you have exams or major projects that require intense concentration, then the monastic approach may be your best bet. If you are balancing other responsibilities like a job, extracurriculars, or social activities, the bimodal approach provides a good balance. If you want to incorporate deep work consistently into your daily routine without major lifestyle changes, the rhythmic approach is ideal. If your schedule is unpredictable but you still want to focus deeply whenever possible, the journalistic approach can help you to minimize your time. So this is the summary. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button so that more people can benefit from it, and comment down which topic or book summary you want next. Hit subscribe and you'll get notified. Till then, stay curious and keep learning.